meeting here at a perilous moment when great powers are acting badly, war seems closer than it has in decades, and any misstep in our foreign policy could be catastrophic.
And I'm saying that we all of us, have got to stick with it and have got to keep supporting the Ukrainians in their self-defense.
It is a new Middle East.
We should say goodbye to the Cold War mentality. We should say goodbye to the bloc confrontation. We should say goodbye to the zero-sum game.
Iran is a global challenge.
Our job is to provide Ukraine with the tools, capacities, support alongside allies and partners that it needs to be able to continue to be successful.
This is a war between two systems, authoritarianism and democracy.
A stable, peaceful Africa is good for the world.
An important through line for all of our conversations this week will be the impact of technology. We're living at a really critical point in history where technology is advancing so much faster than the ability of our government to make sense of it, to use it effectively, and to regulate it appropriately.
In October last year, we released the AI Bill of Rights. That is a lighthouse to steer by.
The race should be for the best AI regulations, not the first AI regulations.
There are areas of defensive activity where you want AI, I think, to respond to attacks at machine speed.
This is the time. You will tell your grandchildren that you were there when the destiny of humanity changed.
You look at the US-China challenge, the situation is really like three-dimensional chess, where you play not only against one board horizontally, you have to play three boards vertically as well.
We need to be ready today. And we need to get our forces in place. We need to get the right capabilities. We need to have the right partnerships. And all of those things provide a strong deterrence to ultimately prevent the conflict, which is the goal.
I think diplomacy is important no matter what. You've got to talk to each other regardless of whether you're getting along or not.
We have this huge advantage that the Chinese don't, is we have friends, we have allies, we have an ability to work in a trusted way to try and take on this challenge.
Our mission for this Aspen Security Forum is to look further out, not at the next summit or at the next headline, but what's looming over the horizon. What are the technical, political, economic challenges that we may not be paying enough attention to?
Our sense of urgency about climate, our sense of needing to do everything that we can today to develop these minerals at home to secure our national security.
We need to be thinking about innovation, and we need to be thinking about science and math and literacy education in a much different way.
This is very different than a forum would have been 10 years ago. We have war in Europe, we have great power rivalry, and we have a technological progress that is really head-turning and head-spinning.
We meet at the Aspen Security Forum to listen to each other in a bipartisan, respectful manner, work across the U.S. government, the private sector, and civil society, and envision and then jointly create an optimistic new future.
We are operating in the most interconnected and diverse world that anyone can imagine. One of the greatest strengths we bring to that world is our own diversity.
It's not about you're R or a D, or you're progressive or conservative. It's about how do we deliver better outcomes for not only the United States, but for people all across the world.
And when you talk about integrated deterrence and you talk about everybody here, it is not just Department of Defense. It is the interagency. It is academia. It is industry. It is non-governmental organizations.
It is exactly these kind of gentlemen with whom I am able to work and where we are able to continue to deliver sustained, strong, forward-leaning initiatives around strengthening our country.
Well, I'm proud to be a part of the coalition of the rational.
When I greeted you on Wednesday morning, I said that we had three objectives. One was to listen, the second was to learn, and the third was to maintain bipartisanship. Seems to me we've done pretty well.
Окей, добрий день, пане президенте. Ви мене бачите? Я зараз з Фарідом.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I hope you can see me.
I'm sure that the world, with its unity, is also on our side. That's why I'm sure that we will win.